I'm so excited to share my journey to $20,000 a month selling this one simple digital product. And just like the thumbnail suggests, I absolutely am giving you permission to copy and to model this. In fact, I want you to grab a notebook and I want you to write down key points of various things that I'm going to share about my journey in hopes that it does inspire you. Because the fact of the matter is, I'm going to say it now and I'm likely going to say it at the end of this video. It is definitely because of other people's journeys and other people being willing to be transparent about their successes and about their wins and how they were able to do what they did that literally inspired me to get on this path for myself. It was other people's successes that allowed me to believe that more was possible for me because I saw that more was possible, right, for them. And so I hope that this video is able to do the same thing for you. So grab a notebook, grab a pen. I'm getting ready to share and document my journey to $20,000 a month, absolutely transforming my financial situation by leveraging one simple digital product that anyone can decide to get their hands on, begin using, and use to help them transform their financial situation really, really quickly as well. The first wake-up call in my journey was I needed to pivot. I needed to pivot the business model that I had been working for quite a few years, and it was a coaching and a consulting business model. Fact of the matter is, I woke up one day and I realized that if every single one of my clients fired me, that I literally would have no business. For whatever reason, it dawned on me that my business was 100% about client acquisition, and without clients, that I would have nothing. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that run very, very successful, high-income coaching empires. For me, all of a sudden it felt wrong. It felt like I was actually missing something and I was no longer fulfilled with the work that I was actually doing. And financially for me, right, the dollars were just not making sense. And I think that was one of those instances where the vision of what I really wanted for both myself and the impact that I wanted to make in the lives of others, that business model was just no longer a match for me. So I sought out, right, to begin making changes inside of my business. And to be quite honest, I made a very, very hard pivot. When I had that realization that that business model was no longer serving me, I decided right then and there, right, that I was going to contact all of my clients, that I was basically closing down, right, that business, and I was going to begin pursuing, right, a different way of business. Now, at that time, I wasn't quite sure what that new direction was going to be, but I had a glimpse, right, of what it was that I actually wanted. And so I knew that the only way to move, the only way to pivot was to, in fact, pivot. So I put all of my clients on notice. I let them know that at the end of the year, right, that particular coaching program would be closing down. And what that allowed me to do was to continue to fulfill all of my obligations with them. But then it also allowed me to go full speed ahead with this new business plan and this new business idea, even though at the time I wasn't quite sure what that was going to look like. Not long after that, I was on Facebook one day and one of my Facebook friends posted a conversation that she had had with one of her neighbors. And her neighbor revealed to her that she had just earned $22,000 the month prior by simply going live. Just pretty much going live, selling something, and making $22,000 the month prior. And I never found out what it was that she was selling. However, it really inspired me, right, to want to have that kind of business. The whole idea of being able to go live and or do video content, which was what I was doing already, and to be able to simply sell something, right, so that you could earn $22,000 in a month. That was really, really appealing to me because for whatever reason, the vision that I saw fun. I saw light. I saw impactful. Like all of the things I knew that I wanted, I actually felt and I saw, right, in the description that my friend made about this encounter with her neighbor. And so that was the moment I realized, okay, I want to sell something. I want to find something that I can believe in. I want to find something that I love. And I want to get out there and I just want to talk about it every single day as often as I can. And I want to be able to sell it 24/7, 365. Like I literally wanted a business that would be able to make me money all of the time. And that was not dependent upon client work. The one thing I knew that I didn't want is I didn't want to revisit like old business models that I moved away from because they no longer served the vision of my business. I strongly believe in being my own cash register. I believe in ownership. I believe in control. And I believe in minimizing the middleman in my business. And I had way too many businesses where I was earning 6 figures a year, shut down, go out of business for one reason or another, and I was left empty-handed. So I knew that I didn't want to promote something like that again, but that's kind of like what my heart was calling for. Something easy, something fun, something that, a lot of people would be interested in, because I knew that I was a great promoter. I knew that if I found something that I loved, that I could easily get out there and I could begin sharing it with people. So then the hunt began to try to find something that would actually make sense for me. And at first I started entertaining some affiliate marketing deals, right? They were kind of like affiliate marketing / biz ops, but they had value. I thought they had really helpful and useful tools and things that people could use inside of their business. But then again, right, this business model, this affiliate marketing thing, it was backed by one simple person. And when I realized, the flakiness and the fact that I was having to rely upon one person, one man, right, keeping his word and doing what he said he would do, and I started to see the pieces fall apart, I realized definitely not. I cannot go in that particular direction. So one day, not long after I realized this is not going to work for me, a course fell in my lap. Yes, this digital marketing course that I sell to this very day, it literally fell in my lap. At that time, I was able to purchase it at a very, very low investment. And even though I didn't know what I was getting my hands on, I decided to invest in it. And I said, okay, we'll just see where this goes. The thing that appealed to me about this particular course was the fact that, number one, it taught people stuff. It was going to teach people digital marketing. So that's the first reason I bought it. The second reason I bought it was it came with master resale rights. And I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds like exactly what I want to do. Something that I can license and sell as my own. But first I had to invest in it because I had to vet it and I had to make sure that this was going to be something I could really, really stand behind. And so I logged into the course and I began going through it. And I remember so vividly, my first thought was, oh my gosh, so many people need this. And so once I realized that the information was legit and that so many other people could benefit from it, I was literally thinking about clients that I had and, old customers and people on my email list and just people that I already knew and just honestly people period online that needed this information. I knew this was really, really solid and more people needed to know about it. And so I moved quickly into the phase of actually getting this business set up so that I could begin to sell the course as my own. Now, this is where I really want you to pay attention and to really begin to take some notes, because this is what I say. I believe in my heart, I even know in my heart that anyone with a real desire, and a real willingness, right, to do whatever it takes to get what it is that you want, you can come into this course and you can leverage this course to change things in your life really, really quickly. So these next steps are the steps that I took that allowed me to get out there and to begin making this financial transformation in my life, right? And clearly also in my business. So once I got the course set up, ready to sell, right, I knew that I had to really think about who do I want to serve with this course. And because this course teaches digital marketing and the business of online business from A to Z, right, I really started to dive into the modules inside of the course that really focused on developing your niche, just figuring out and deciding who your ideal person is going to be that you want to sell to, and really, really putting an emphasis on my personal branding. What did I want my messaging to be? How did I want to show up? I really started thinking about those things. And again, thanks to this training, which again, it was like my life vest. Even though I've known of these things because I've been online for so long, this course was an eye-opener to me that I needed to refine my skills, that I needed to look at my business differently, and that this time I needed to approach it differently. So for lack of better words and not to be corny, but I wanted this to kind of be like my last dance, where I wanted to sink my teeth into something and I wanted to just go out there and do this really, really big. But I knew in order to do it really, really big and to have the kind of impact that I saw other people having that were selling these kind of products, I realized that I had to really, really give my business some serious consideration and that I had to make sure you write this down, that I had to decide to really become a product, right, of this course. After I felt really solid on all of those important things, my niche, my target audience, and my personal branding, I decided on the platform that I wanted to use to begin selling, this course. And so that's a step every single person has to take. And because I saw a lot of people winning on Instagram and winning on TikTok, I had been on YouTube for many years. I thought that I was going to make another pivot and move to one of those platforms because that's where I saw all of the people that were really inspiring me. That's where they were creating their content. And when I started creating reels on Instagram, it just didn't feel like me. As you can tell, I love having conversations. I love breaking things down. I love sharing notes and insights. I love sharing my journey. I love taking a deep dive. And so once I got really solid on where I needed to be, which was on YouTube, right, I started creating a game plan around creating content that spoke very, very intently to the people in my niche, to my target market. And I was very, very intent and deliberate on selling the course through my content. Right. And so I learned how to create very appropriate content, good content, well thought out content that would call in brand new people that were completely unaware of me, but that were open, right, to making money online and needed to learn these skills right, they were open for such a course or such a digital product. So I started creating that kind of content and I started making sales. Now, I want you to know, I didn't start creating content perfectly. So a lot of times people like to look at where I am right now and, where you might be right now and maybe telling yourself, I don't have a snowball chance in hell, right? Because I can't do what you're doing stuff. Well, even though I did kind of have my stuff together when I started on this new leg of my business, I wasn't creating content in the best way. I was just kind of out there, just throwing stuff out there. And I had to actually learn. And again, through this course, it really helped me to think differently about what I was doing. And I started really paying attention to my content, getting way more intentional. And actually, I created a routine for content creation. So falling into that routine, this happened about in January. So just in case you don't know, I bought the course in, I think it was May of 2023. And I immediately got myself out there and started making sales and everything with it. But it took me quite a few months to really settle in and figure out and to know how I was going to really, really make a go of this and not just make money, but actually build a business. So when January hit, for whatever reason, maybe it was the first of the year, right? I just felt okay, now's the time to really, really make a go of this. Let's really buckle down. Let's get serious with it. And so that's when I really began to get more mindful over my content plan, right, for YouTube. And so again, the reason I say you really want to start taking notes now, because these are the steps that you will take if you decide that you want to leverage this course as your own. You might not feel like you have to vet it the way that I vetted it because you might be coming from a place of really needing to learn these skills. I already knew digital marketing and I was looking for something to sell. So I had to make sure that I could really, really stand behind this. You might be coming into this digital product because you know you need to learn these digital marketing skills and you need to learn how to start making money online. So you're likely going to approach the course a little bit differently than I will. But the likelihood is if you love my business and you're I would love to model this kind of business, which again, that was my thought when I first made my pivot, is I started seeing people out there winning the same way that I wanted to win. And I kept saying that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And so if I've been that kind of inspiration, or you're seeing me as that kind of inspiration, then the fun thing is that you get to learn, right, what I know about business from this one course. Right? You also get to learn from me because my mentorship is included for all of my customers. But then guess what? You also get to sell exactly what it is that I'm selling. And when I was in the coaching consulting space and I was creating my own digital products and I was coaching people on how to get their business started, that was the most painful thing, is people would be inspired by what they saw me doing online, but then I had to teach them from scratch. So not only did I have to help them learn the business of online business, but then I had to help them create a product or create a coaching program or create an offer that they could begin selling. Now what I love knowing is that as I share my journey and as I help people, that as people are inspired by what it is that I'm doing, that I can just simply say, here, like, buy this course. Because if you want to know what I know, it's in this course, right? If you want to expand your digital marketing skills and your acumen for online business, it's in this course. Heck, if you want to make money the way that I'm making money, right? Sell this course. It's all here for you. And as you can tell, like, this is the part that gives me so much joy because, again, I know that I'm only where I am right now, not only by the grace of God, right? But because I was able to see other people winning in a way that I wanted to win. And they were an example to me. So I had the guts and I had the confidence, right, to go in that way for myself. And so that's why I love, and I always will share my journey, right? Because I know there are people out there that don't want to be salty about other people winning, but literally, like, they want a clue that it's possible for them as well. And now with this digital product, there is no guessing. So it's not like, Steph, I want to do what you do, but how do I do it? Right? If you enjoy everything about my business and you're like, that's the business I want to build, that's the business I want to model, right? It's all within this course. That is what I love. Now, through the content that I was creating on YouTube, because I know I kind of got off on a tangent there, but I hope you're still with me. If you're still with me, yell in the comments, girl, I'm still with you. Keep going. So from my YouTube content, I knew that this time I had to get really, really serious about building my email list, because when I was doing coaching and consulting, I was not really serious about building my email list because I very much so had like a go live and a launch style business model where it was like I was kind of always selling through my content, but I didn't have an emphasis on building an actual email list. And now, ever since like January and even before January, my email list has been growing, by anywhere between, first it started off 200s, now it's 300s. Right now I'm over 400 a month, where it's like I have a big, robust, growing email list. And guess what? I make more sales because I actually have that email list. So again, this course, like, it brought me back down to the roots of good old fashioned digital marketing, what it really means to build an online business, really getting back down to the fundamentals, right? Like, not recreating the wheel, not getting fancy, but just doing the stuff that works. And so getting a system set up that's going to sell a digital product for you 24/7, 365 is what you want to know, right? And what you want to build. You want to make sure you know your niche, you know your target market, and that you're solid on your branding, or that you kind of have an idea around it so you can begin to move in the right direction and really get solid on your messaging. Because let me tell you something, boo-boo, that is what actually sells, is people buy your messaging. They buy what you're saying in the content that you create. Right? You want to begin creating that content, and then you want to make sure that no matter what platform you choose, right? So you're going to choose a platform. From that platform, you bring those people onto your email list, right? And so I had gotten away from that. And that's one reason why I know for a fact that my income was not doing what my income needed to do, right, in 2023, because I had gotten away from a lot of the actual fundamentals. And so by building my email list on a daily basis at this point, right, I actually end up making more sales. So let's talk about the financial transformation. All right. So that really started to happen for me in January. So prior to January, I made quite a bit of sales from low-hanging fruit, like just people that were already naturally in my market, right? They were already on my small email list. They were already, people that were in my subscriber base on YouTube. They were already people that were already in my world. So I made a lot of sales from low-hanging fruit, which I encourage everyone to do. Like, you always want to take advantage, right, of people that already know, like, and trust you, right? And let them know what it is that you're selling, right? Again, not by knocking on their door or DMing them or calling them, right? But just creating the content, right? Getting it in front of them. Again, just taking advantage of these digital platforms, right? To share the word about what you have to offer. However, that was not going to carry me long term. And so when January came, that's when I really began to work this new plan, right? This new plan that I'm really breaking down for you here. And I got serious about it. So in January, I ended up earning just under $7,000. I share this, I feel like I share this like in all of my videos, but I feel like it's so important because as the months go by, I want people to see the growth. I want them to know what is possible. I want them to know the struggle does not have to be real. I want people to know your business does not have to do this. You might hit plateaus in your business. That possibly could happen. However, I want people to know that we can build something thriving. We can build something intent on growing, right? And so that's exactly what I've experienced these past 5 months, right? Going on 6 months now. Is in January, I earned just shy of $7,000. In February, I earned $10,000 in that month. In March, I earned $14,000 in that month. In April, I earned right at $20,000, like $20,000 and some kind of chump change. And now in May, right, I'm set up. Today's like one of the last days, the 29th day of May, and I'm actually positioned to out-earn what I earned in April. And so every single month this year, my income has increased, and every single month since February, I've earned over $10,000 a month and climbing. What's really exciting about that is it's not just the dollars, but everything in my business has increased month after month. My audience growth, my YouTube channel, my email list, my views, my subscriber base, everything. And that's what we call momentum. And again, I just have to go on record and say it again. The grace of God, first off, right? So happy that he saw fit for me to have access to such information. That he saw fit that this course found its way into my life, that he saw fit that I didn't give up and that he gave me the courage to make the pivot that I needed to make inside of my business, right? And then again, that he's just been just such an encouragement, right, through his word, right, of just going for, right, what I was meant to go for. And then this course, right? This course being my life vest. This course being the thing that got me grounded and got me recentered and got me refocused on the things that matter, right? And because this course was my life vest, it allowed me to put me first. And oftentimes in business, people don't do that, especially when they're in coaching. Right? They spend so much of their time trying to figure out how to please and how to show up for their clients that oftentimes, right, they aren't building their own business. I know that sounds crazy, right? And that's what I found for myself is I was so caught up in showing up and doing the things for my clients and then chasing more clients, where at the end of the day, I didn't feel like I had a real business. Where now it's like, I know I have a real business because I can make sales while I'm sleeping. I can make sales while I'm out and about. I can make sales while I'm at church. I can make sales while I'm eating dinner. I can make sales without even turning on my computer. That's happened so many days, right? Oftentimes I like to take Sundays off, and I can't tell you how many Sundays I didn't even turn my computer on, but yet I still made $1,000, right? Or $1,500 or $2,000 or $500. I made money without my computer even being on. Like, that's having a real business where you don't have to be present in order for the leads to be generated, in order for the audience to grow, in order for the sales to come in. And that's exactly what this one simple digital product equips anyone to be able to do. So you may have heard a lot about these viral, digital marketing courses with master resale rights. However, right, I want you to understand, coming from me, this is not a course about selling a course. Right? This is a course that's going to teach you digital marketing fundamentals, online business fundamentals, so that you can go out there, right, and forever be able to pave your own way, write your own check, create your own opportunities, right, and always know that you have the skills to always pay the bills. This course is so stinking solid. I'm one of those people where, as a part of my daily method of operation, right, I dive back into the course almost every single day, whether it's one lesson, whether it's an entire module, right? Again, I always want to brush up on my skills. And oftentimes I hear things differently than I heard the first time, or sometimes I hear things that maybe I wasn't ready for and now I'm ready for, and now I can insert that one little thing inside of my business. If you can just remember this, and I really hope you're finding value with me just not here rattling off some steps, but really being open and transparent about my journey. Maybe you can see yourself in my journey like I saw myself in so many other people's journeys that inspired me, right, to get my act together. But if you can just focus on getting 1% to 2% better every single time, right, you do something inside of your business. So that's why I say when I go back to the course, oftentimes I will hear things that maybe I didn't hear the first time. And now I'm ready for it. And I can make that little insertion inside of my business where I can make my video better, my emails better, something better inside of, I can do something better. Even if it's just improving my mindset. Like, I love knowing that I have this course at my disposal. And not only does this course make me money, right, every single day, right, as people buy it throughout the week, but I love knowing that I get to learn from this amazing asset as well. So it's just like I shared at the beginning of this video. The only reason I am so persistent with sharing my journey, letting people know what this course is all about, and really spelling out like the expectations and how this course can change your stinking life, because that's what it's done for me. Even though I broke down like what I earned through this course, like from January right to May to date, it's bigger than just the earnings. Because I came into the year like so many people, making money to pay the current bills. Well, now we're in May, right? And as I look at my financial state, right, not only are we paying the bills for today, we're paying the bills, right, for months and months and months down the road, as well as having reserves, as well as paying off debt. What is that about? Where can a girl like me go and be able to do such a thing so stinking quickly from the moment of making a decision? That's why I love this course so much, because it literally was my life vest, right? And again, I have so many examples, right, of what this course enabled me to do by just giving me access to the information and giving me access to the amazing opportunity to be able to sell this course as my own. Do you see how, no matter what the digital product is, that if you believe in it, if you can rattle off a whole, 30-minute video, right, just sharing your journey, and people can sense your excitement and your passion, like, of course they're going to want to buy it from you. And I think that's one of like the biggest secrets of my success, is that I am so genuine about my passion, about my love, and about why people need this. Like, I want to scream from the rooftops every single day, buy this course, you need this course. If you're struggling, you need this course. If you're new, you need this course. If you don't know, you need this course, because I know what it's been able to do for me. All right. And so whether you want to make money selling this course as your own, or whether you want to make money selling something else that you really, really believe in, someone left a comment on my video yesterday, and they basically said they struggle with visibility. Right? If you struggle with visibility, right, you won't sell your products. You have to gain visibility. People have to become aware of you every single day. Your visibility has to grow every single day. That's what digital marketing does for you. Digital marketing, right, is brands like us using the internet and digital platforms to connect with potential buyers. If people don't know you're there, you can't connect with potential buyers. So there's so many people that are out there literally spinning their wheels, doing stuff, right? But it's not making them money. It's not generating them leads. It's not growing their audience. That is why I say this course is so solid, because it teaches you all of those things, right? You invest in this course, you never have to look back at the struggle land, right? Except for to say, I'm so grateful that I got on this train, right? And everything can be up for you from here moving forward. So this course for sure will teach you the business of online business. It will teach you these high income digital marketing skills, and it will help you get set up for online business success so that you can begin earning really, really quickly. That really, really quickly part is really, really important, because when I first got started so many years ago, it was a product like this that was learn and earn that got me started. I invested a little bit of money in it. I learned some fundamentals, and I got out there and I began to sell that little digital product as my own, because it allowed me to do so. In my first 3 days online, I made my very first sale, and in my first 30 days, I made 28 sales. How was I able to do that? Because I didn't have to focus on anything other than promotion. The only thing I had to focus on was marketing and promotion. And so I got good at those things really, really quickly. I didn't have to create any digital products. I didn't have to think about a whole lot of stuff. That's why I love the fact that this course will also help you get set up, right, to get into money status really, really quickly by allowing you to begin selling this course as your own. And then remember, you also get my mentorship as a bonus. which gives you access to support, office hours, my own mentorship hub with a lot of additional resources and training and tools in there, as well as, monthly training sessions and hangouts, again, so you don't have to be in business all by yourself. I understand how important having mentorship, having guidance, having support, and knowing that you actually have someone there to help you on this journey. So I hope by sharing my journey that I've inspired you more, that I've empowered you more, that I pushed you, right, to go in the direction of your dreams. You could think about my pivot as being anywhere where you might be right now. You might hate your job. You might be dissatisfied with your life. You might know that you were called for more. You might know that you could be making so much more money. You could have all of these feelings that just have you feeling discontented, right? Which is where I felt in 2023. I was like, this is not it. Like, I cannot do this another year. And so really quickly. And I was like, we got to do something different. Because if I don't do something different, nothing is ever going to change. And because I had the guts, I had the courage, right? And I allowed myself to lock in on the vision when I saw it, right? Like, I've been able to put all of this in motion. And I'm telling you, you can do the same thing as well. So I would love to see you inside of this course if you know that you could benefit from learning the business of online business, learning these high income digital marketing skills, which let me just tell you, once you acquire these skills, like, you set yourself up to forever be able to write your own check online, because you'll know how to market, you'll know how to sell, you'll know how to do a lot of things you don't know how to do right now, which will put you in the way of being able to always create your own opportunities. All right, so I want to invite you to get the information down below in my description, or go to www.goprowithsteph.com. Learn all about this course. Learn all about the amazing master resale rights that comes along with it, that allows you to turn right back around and sell this course as your own. And just know you are in such good hands, because this course is so solid. Every single thing that you need is in this course. It's going to help you completely get set up and get going, right? And you don't have to look beyond this course outside of my mentorship if you want to plug into that. I really hope that you're leaving better. I loved sharing my journey with you. Make sure you do subscribe and you click on notifications, because I upload videos all throughout the week, and I go live a couple times throughout the week, again, sharing my journey, right? And helping people make sense of digital marketing and digital products, and how you can get your share of this tremendous wave that's going on right now. It's your girl, Steph Perez. I look so forward to seeing you inside of our community.